Alright, this is not my normal stuff. I am actually going to work on a Nintendo 3D XL. Yeah. We're just replacing the power charging port. I guess it's just a charging port. It's my buddy's son. I do not offer this service, so don't bother emailing me asking to do yours. I just won't. It's really easy. I've already done it, and I'd never even taken one of these things apart. I think I tried to watch a couple of videos and didn't even show how to take it apart, but I get in there and it's really nothing. You know, as long as you got the right tools, a little bit of elbow grease, and you're good to go. It's pretty easy to do. One thing I did see was there was I think it was Nyko had a battery pack replacement thing, and you could do that instead of actually replacing the charging port. Just take this cover off, pull your battery out, and put this new thing on there, and it's got its own charging pads right here, and you just stick it onto the base, and it charges that way. And it's got like double the battery life. And this is an old video. I mean, there might be new technology out for this that I don't even know about, because I don't really follow these. I don't know hardly anything about them. I don't know if I've ever even played one more than, I don't know, I think I tried one 20 minutes when it first came out, you know, just to check out the 3D, and that was it. So anyway, nice short video. Hope you enjoyed. So obviously we got to get this thing apart. First thing, no game in there. And we'll take off the battery cover. This is a 000 Phillips screwdriver. Looks like these screws are captured, so they do not come out. The SD card out. I think just did not want to let go on that side. Let's see, battery out, and then we can start taking apart the other screws. Looks like we've got, what, 4 here? Very tiny again. And they appear to be the same length, so we don't need to take note of which hole they come out of. That's good. A couple hidden ones here underneath the rubber feet. Like I said, this is my first time taking it apart, so bear with me. One more. Well, that's a tiny one. Okay. Now to remove a couple connectors. Should just come off with some needle nose. Probably just get them off with your fingernail. So there's our charging port. Very easy to access, that's good. We got 6 pins to the solder. It kind of looks like the outside 4 are all somewhat structurally supportive. I think you could probably get away with just heating each one and lifting it, but I don't want to hurt any of the pads. So what I'm going to do is take my flush cutters, these are Xcelite 170Ds, and I'm just going to cut as much as the leg as I can and see if it will separate. Don't have much luck with those. And I can't quite. Maybe I did get the end ones. So I might be able to simply one pad at a time. Maybe I didn't get that outside one cut very well. Yeah, feels like it's off. Looks like it's been... Yeah, I've got some hidden solder here. Kind of made a mess of that pad. I think we wipe off the legs of the other ones that we cut. By the way, this is a JBC. Usually using a 939 tip, but I'm using a 765 at the moment. They're about the same. I think a lot of these pads are connected. It doesn't really matter if we get all of them. Got my meter up here. So it looks like these four are just all ground. Because I don't think I'm going to get... Well, they're not even on the new one. Look at that. It's just the 6 pads. And to make it easier, we could actually get some solder on these first. Tin them, so to speak. And this is flux core solder, so no need to spread a bunch of flux everywhere. And that's got it already. It looks fairly flush to where it's supposed to be. Just that easy. Helps have the right tools, that's for sure. But I mean, I got in here without hardly any knowledge of this thing. Managed to not screw anything up. Tried to watch one video of somebody else doing it and it was useless. So you can get these connectors lined up just right and just push them down on there. There we go. Reassemble. And since this is not my usual console of choice for repair, I will reiterate how to reinstall these screws. You get them down there and you put a little force on them, and you actually turn them backwards. So I'm going to turn this backwards until I hear or feel some kind of a click. That way I know I'm not starting new threads into what's probably a plastic post. Looks like that did not need to come out of there. That just keeps you from getting it stripped even further. You know, new threads will just weaken it. You're just trying to avoid that. You don't want to weaken it any further. Get rubber feet back in there. Replace the battery. And battery cover. Simple. It's not lined up in there perfectly though, is it? That might have been because I was wrenching on it so hard and pulled up the PCB a little bit, but I think it'll still work just like that. I mean, as you can tell, this thing's pretty beat up, so we just want it to work. We don't care about it being perfect.